Literacy is a topic that I want to talk about real quick. So, why do some readers not want to read when, in fact, they are fluent readers that can read very, very well? Well, some students just simply have not discovered books in an in-depth way, and so there are some strategies that teachers can use to help them. First one is an interest inventory at the beginning of the year. You do this basically just as a precautionary um, uh, collection of information for you as a teacher for any students you observe not reading or not engaging in your classroom. That's when you go to your interest inventory and you visit your librarian, you have some conversations. You get some books for that student and you start helping them find those books. The weekly hot pick is a strategy where the teacher reads a book a week with their grade level, and they can have a book talk about their hot pick. They can say, this is, my pick for the week. I love this book. You can sort of spice it up and get their interest going by just making an engaging presentation. Also, reading aloud is very critical for non-readers because it may be the first time they're really hearing what books are like and being exposed to different genres. And it's great for the whole class, for background knowledge, for vocabulary, and for genre experiences. Have them see you reading with them once a week during reading time. Be reading too. Goals forms, have actual goals forms filled out by the class at the beginning of the year. You can post the goals on the board and generate how many goals you want. I'm going to read several books by the same author. I'm going to read these genres. I'm going to read this many minutes a night. Set a goal for yourself too and be honest about it. And then publicly display those goals on a wall. You want to post those goals on a wall so everybody can see the goals. You also want to form groups that meet on a weekly basis to check in on goals. Another way of doing that would be a weekly blog meeting, or maybe an Edmodo group that meets. You set up an Edmodo group to talk about their goals. A reading log in the eFolio is really great because they can update their numbers of pages, genres, authors, and they can keep track of their goal. They can write about their goal, and you can keep track of their goal. Really important strategy is modeling authors' pages. Here's an author I found I really like. I go to their page, now look at all the other books they have. I'll probably like them too. So I think also adding favorite authors, maybe a link in the eFolio under the reading page, showcasing their favorite authors so far. You can do some book projects, but the problem with book projects is they can become all-consuming and take away from the love of reading, which is the whole goal of reading for this type of reading activity. A Canva is a very simple, fun technology project where students can create basically a poster that advertises their book, and that's something that could be shared through a class Padlet that's fed through all of their eFolios. So there's a constant advertisement for good books running through the year. You can also teach all kinds of language arts standards like hooks, because essentially what they'll do is make an advertisement with a hook. So you can teach hooks there. Reading groups should be checking in together on goals. Teachers should be checking in with students regularly on goals. Reading blogs are really great to keep us reading and keep us interested, and to share information about books, as well as practice strategies taught in class. It's also a formative assessment, ongoing, that you can see if students really are predicting or really are identifying important moments. High interest books should be picked by the librarian. You got to work with your librarian. This year, my librarian built carts for us every month, the best books she had bought in the library, to make sure that someone will find something and everybody will find something. There are book browsing activities you can do to ensure that students are browsing. The most important person in this whole process is your librarian.